This is Ellen. I'm going to show you how to extend this bracelet. A lot of people have questions how they do it. The way I had extended is not necessarily the way that other people would extend it, but this is just what I would do. So first you have your loom, and in the original video I showed you that you started here, took your rubber bands over, went all the way up this side, and then you skip some rows, put your rubber bands here for a divider, and then the next divider, and then to connect it to another one, I'd actually skip this row. But then you come all the way back to the beginning, and you would go up with rubber bands this entire row. And then you turn your loom around, and we need to get this onto these pegs. Unfortunately, it's not the easiest, but it's not the hardest either. So we took off our old bracelet, so you should have a C-clip or something else in here in this corner. I guess I hadn't planned to extend it, so I probably would have left my hook in there had I planned to do that, but I'm using just a small crochet hook to do this just because it's a little firmer than the other hooks. But you just want to get the corner where everything is open onto this peg. Just check to make sure that you've done that, making sure that your C-clip is completely up. There's nothing twisted in there. Then you just want to take the other side of your bracelet and pull these bands over. Then we're just going to work our way, and it's actually, I think, easiest if you grab these bands here that are part of the perimeter and put those on first, because you can kind of see down in there a little bit easier where the middle is. You won't miss any bands. Of course, now it's not being easy for me, but so just make sure that you've got bands in the right spot there. Then you can go back and grab your colors and just slide them up over the middle pegs. And I have 3 bands, so make sure to get all those over. Now I've got all the bands over, and they're all locked in. Now we're going to take off, if you had a hook here that would have been easier, but I need to take off this C-clip. So now we have this. And what you're actually going to do, let me get my other hook. So you're actually going to undo some of this. And I'm just doing that to force the band down to the bottom so it doesn't pop back up. sure you don't lose any. So it would look just like that. Okay, so once you have it on there, you need to turn your loom back around, because this is done on the side away from the arrows. Turn your loom back around, and you're just going to lay your bands like normal for the other bracelet. So, we'll go up the middle this time. Okay, so we have everything banded just like before, and then you can see here how by undoing the bracelet right here we still have our bottom bands, and then when we loop those over they'll be trapped inside with these other ones with our checkerboard. So you can turn your loom around. Okay, so we have all the bands on, and now what you're going to have to do is just really take a look at where your bands are on your loom. Now I've put them on a certain way, and I mean maybe when you put the bracelet on, I don't know if it makes a difference. If maybe if you had your C-clip over here, you're really going to have to just take a look down underneath to see which way you would go when you were looping. I don't know, it's hard to see here, but like if I'm going to have to come underneath these two bands and grab this one and loop it over this way. I think originally in my other, I don't know if we started, I can't remember if I started here or if I started here and had you loop all the way up the side, but either way, just make sure that where you start, you're able to capture and close all those bands. So just really take a look at that. I need to start in this corner and go this way and then up. So I'm going to do that, but I'm just grabbing this band under here. I don't want to grab this band. Like that. It's hard when this thing gets in your way, but I'll be grabbing the bottom band here, the bottom bands, and pulling that up. And if you'll notice, I probably made this a little harder myself because my loom is not as secure as I should have made it. So my pins are kind of bending in towards each other. What I really need is another hand. Alright, so once you've done that one, just look underneath and make sure that you do have them captured, which I do. And then we'll go on the side here and we'll grab, let's see here what we got. So I do have an issue right here where my bottom band is actually connected to this side. That won't work because when I loop up the side here, this won't be connected. So I'm going to have to fix that by removing these top set of bands, taking this one off, taking that one off, replacing it with this. So now that's my bottom band and it'll help capture everything. Replace this. And put my other two back on top. Because these two are actually part of the side from before, but they're just kind of messed up because of the way it's not stretched out. So now I have all my bands up here, and here's my bottom. So when I pull that over, it'll capture all these, and that'll be closed. All captured. And remember, you're just going to go up this entire side. And when you get to the divider sections, you want to make sure that you don't. Cool. Alright, try not to break your bands. Okay, but when you get to the divider sections, there's the bottom band that goes over, and then you have the bands that go up. Make sure you don't grab the bottom band and loop that, because it will make the bracelet be crooked. And I broke another one. Alright, this is getting a little ridiculous. It's just one. Close enough. Alright, then just stop when you get at the top. And then come back to your dividers, and we'll do those too. Just come in here and grab the bottom band and pull it over. Alright, then come back to the beginning and we're going to go all the way up the side. And then you can just go ahead and go over to the corner. Alright, so everything's loomed. This is connected. And just again make sure that everything is closed. So I'm going to go ahead and stick our hook in this corner and we can take the bracelet off. Alright, so here we have it. I did a lot of stretching on this band when I was trying to get pulling underneath and looking, so you can see that I've kind of made the white bands a little off, so you have to do a little pulling to get them to go back where they need to go, so that looks better. Here's where we joined it. It looks pretty good. And back here too. Just tuck those in. Make sure your perimeter bands are on top. So that's how I would connect it. A lot of these, I guess when you have the dividers, you really just need to look to see how they're connected and do the best you can. Make sure you have everything closed. But hopefully that will help most people understand how to do this. Otherwise, I guess you'll just have to kind of play around on your own and see if you can get it maybe based off of something that I showed you here. So that is my tutorial to show you how to extend this bracelet. Thank you.